good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On second down, here's Gibson again. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check.
In motion, the tight end. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Once more, Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react. Too quickly. Way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Dragon 60. Shift. Check 37. Check 37. Check.
Howell down to throw it. Samuel bringing in the slant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Lance going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Snyder. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Lance on the bootleg. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working. That means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On second down, a run with Gibson. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Powell throwing on third down here. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Lance rolling to his right. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Off of play action, here's Lance. On the move to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action, now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been a
in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Powell. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 4, check 19.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Mike 22, Mike 22. I'm on. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike 22, Mike 22.
3rd and long, here's Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
Yeah, big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. Take it at the 37. Oh, look at the juke. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You got nothing. Hurt. 2 by 22. Watch the screen. 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 Check.
First down, Howell to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Howell. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Max 22, Max 22. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd and 15 now. Powell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off-play action. It's Howell sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll go play action. Howell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like
hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Powell, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Powell. Flushed out right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. You need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And once more, Howe back to the air, getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
A carry for Gibson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's 22, that's 22. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 19 right. Like 22, he's coming.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Gibson again. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Back to throw. Howell.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now a play fake. Lance
rolling to his right. Going deep here for Landry. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing now is Lance.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Working from the gun, Lance.
He will find Davis on the left side complete.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Kamara off the draw.
He's got it to the 43 here.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ready, set.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Now Lance. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Out to his left.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Second and 12. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
Flush to his right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun on third down, Howell. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Lance's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was,